today, our bodies and social behaviors are penetrated by numbers. We are abstracted into data clusters on digital platforms to participate in social, economic, and political activities. When big data and cloud computing become the dominant rules, our control and knowledge over the digital environment are undermined. This digital alienation is the product of unequal power structures that intentionally deny users control, and this manipulation fits Marx's definition of alienation as an estranged power system working against individuals. Thus, this thesis proposes an alternative solution that passes the value back to users, by leveraging the data in the unknowably large digital space, in order to respond against the objective conditions of non-control and non-ownership. Also, establishing a tool that allows architects and designers to intuitively navigate digital contents and utilize the latent space of neural networks, which is composed of the contributions of architectural designs from the internet and social media, to manipulate the outputs of alienated labor towards their design intentions. The internet has become the tool of alienation. The investment of digital labor users put online has been alienated from them with little return, and the digital content being used without understanding the production has also alienated users by weakening their control over it. So this thesis is developing a tool that aims to answer back these situations through getting inside the alienated labor and collecting architectural social media contents to build new value for users. The solution, yet, cannot be an attempt to return the loss of authenticity, if we recognize the fact that the current model of precedence sourcing is flat, which is users assimilating content only depends on images. However, it rather could be an opportunity of acknowledging the depth that can exist in the flatness, which is making what has been flattened into alienated products available back to users, through intensifying the process of extracting aesthetic features from precedence. So, this proposed new model creates a search-based feedback loop for open sources which feeds outputs in as inputs in order to continuously update and mutate with new content. And also this platform uses AI systems to utilize the entire internet as its dataset, is not about generating unique AI aesthetics but to better accumulate the vast resources of online labor. To further optimize the production of this platform, we are using a neural network style GAN for producing higher resolution images, aggregating features from a wide range of sources, and constantly updating the dataset with online content. To operate this platform, the first step is to feed images in, and the AI will analyze these inputs images and find the closest ones that can be produced by itself from its dataset, which is the entire internet. Users can feed any intended images directly into the platform, and adjust the projected results accuracies between input and output to steer the neural network. For instance, here we use an office building image as an input, and we use the slider to control the projected results until we are happy with them, and then add another image trying to mix them in the next step, where users can blend the projected results between two inputs or more, to compose a new image with the aesthetic characteristics inherited from the original images. So we start to engage those embedded qualities such as the curtain wall or the crowded apartment buildings, in order to produce hybrid imagery and to evolve the features into new ones. Next, this platform works with another system called MonoDepth, that can generate depth maps automatically for the images. Then the platform uses depth maps to evaluate points' three-dimensional positions, and create a series of faces to make point cloud compositions from maps. Here we begin to translate the digital labor from 2D images to three-dimensional objects, where a lot of the features created in this platform could be further explored as space or form. This idea of intuitively working with digital alienated labor is to explore the potential of incorporating automated design techniques with digital resources that we've lost control of. So we've even pushed this further to allow users to utilize this workflow with online content that seem irrelevant to architecture. For instance, they can generate architectural forms with any input, from pictures of Gothic churches and contemporary office buildings, to even a photo of chicken sandwich. Like here, we blend the previous hybrid building image with the new projected sandwich architecture image, and pick position 30 as the result to generate depth maps, where we increase the value of the middle area to make the curtain wall part stand out more, and to have a contrast in the geometry. This suggests a new way of designing architecture, through having access to all kinds of digital content based on aesthetics, and being able to exploit them to create architectural forms. Users can easily generate a lot of design options with this automated workflow, run through the process to generate a catalog of objects, and bring them outside of the platform to architecturalize them into building level forms, integrating the process with other platforms to further develop the products. Starting by thickening and penalizing the faces, we begin to turn the products into building chunks that have facade systems and basic structures, and shaping the interior space through interpreting different layers of faces into walls. The features of geometries from the objects are adapted into building elements, the apertures on the protrusion parts are translated into windows, creating a contrast between the interior and heavy walls. The exterior wall was created with higher depth values which result in a landscape-like geometry, whereas the lower value of the interior creates faces with hard edges.